In these two well-coordinated attacks, the IRA had in each case two obvious targets, the security forces themselves and the men forced to drive the bombs. In both cases, families were held hostage while the bombs were loaded and the drivers told where to take them. In Derry, Patsy Gillespie, a kitchen assistant at the Fort George Army Base, was taken from his home in the Gallia area. He was ordered to drive the bomb to the checkpoint on the Buncrana Road. It exploded almost immediately after his arrival. 5 soldiers died instantly. Mr. Gillespie has been missing. The RUC said tonight that a 6th body had been found. At least a dozen soldiers were seriously injured. Many had been sleeping in accommodation nearby. Today, Mr. Gillespie's wife told of her ordeal.
They confined us, the whole family, to the living room. And then they took my husband out. And then he came in again for a few minutes. And then they took him away again. And that's the last time I saw him.
Several years ago, Mr. Gillespie was forced to take a bomb to the base where he worked.
They loaded my car with 200 pounds of explosives. And they made my husband drive it to Fort George. But at least that time he came home.
Many houses in an estate beside the checkpoint were badly damaged and a number of people made homeless. They were cared for in a sports complex where they were visited by the Bishop of Derry.
I feel very sad for the families of all of those who have died. I'm also appalled by the destruction to houses, pensioners' houses, and the distress of so many families, so many people who are homeless at this moment in time.
The greatest injustice in the north of Ireland today is acts committed by paramilitary organisations like the IRA. The taking of human life is the greatest injustice. Other injustices can be corrected. People can come out of prisons, but people cannot come out of their graves.
The scene was also visited by the RUC Chief Constable, Mr. Hugh Ansley, and the British Army Commander in the North, General John Wilsey.
I think we would both, however, reiterate our deep message of sympathy to the victims of this callous attack, and to make quite clear from both our points of view that the security effort will continue.
In Newry, a man was taken from his home on the Rathfriland Road. His family too was held. He was told to take a van bomb to the checkpoint on the main Newry to Dundalk Road. When they admitted responsibility, the IRA claimed that the men who were forced to drive the bombs had worked for the security forces. In a third attack, a driver forced to transport a bomb had actually been strapped to his seat to prevent him getting away. He took the bomb to Lissanelli Camp in Omagh and managed to wriggle free. The bomb was later defused.
Once again, these wanton murders and the abuse of civilians as hostages demonstrates the inhumanity of terrorist methods and the sterility of their thinking.